So you excited to get back to some cold weather this weekend, or do you miss it, or
I didn't.
questions?
So, your first trip to Utah, Colorado, they're obviously known for high elevation. I don't know if you've played in high elevation before, and if you have, what is your experience playing in those type of environments, high elevation environments?
I don't think I had played in higher elevation, much higher. So I don't know. I don't think it will be big factor. We'll just need to play hard and get the win.
What have teammates told you about playing, not just the environment, just the arena itself and those fan bases playing against those teams on the road?
I already know that playing away games is really hard, especially good teams like Utah and Colorado. So it will be hard games.
Where do you think you've improved the most this season from your first game till now?
Maybe adjusting to the speed of the game, and I would say speed of the game was the biggest factor.
You've dunked it a couple times recently, whereas it seemed like you were usually just trying to go up for the layup previously. Is that something that the coaches have said, that finish stronger and don't leave it up to chance that it's going to bounce off the wrong way?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big dunker, but if I have chance, I try to dunk because I still need to improve on the finishing, so dunking is more safe.
Well, what did you guys learn from the Oregon game? Because you played really well out there.
We came from the loss from Oregon State, so we get more together and looked at the game as there's no other games, and we just played really hard, and I think we should play all the games like that.
Is that what you take into this week's games as well?
Yeah.
Anything surprise you about the road environments you played in? Oregon State, Washington State, Cal, whatever.
I would say all teams on the road plays really hard, and it's different environment, fans against us, so it's much harder to play than in home. In home we have our fans, we feel much better, we practice here, so road games are really hard.
How does that compare to say you played, I know you played on the high level and the other level in Lithuania, say you're on the top level there when you play on the road, how does the environment compare? Are the fans the same, or are they better, tougher here, or easier on you? What's it like?
The cultures of fans are a little bit different, but I would say here in Lithuania, fans are on the roads. It's tough to play everywhere, so I would say it's similar.
Different, but fans are a little different. In what way, if so?
I don't know, chants, support, knowledge of basketball.
How much time do you spend on your free throw shooting?
I try to shoot them every day. I don't spend a lot of time, but I try to include them every day.
But as a big who's going to get fouled more often than maybe some of the guards, do you just put a lot of emphasis on making sure that you make those because it adds to the game?
Yeah, it's a really big factor of my game because I will get fouled, so making free throws will help not only me but my team.
So just to make it clear, so when you think at home, when you're at home in Lithuania, fans more knowledgeable there, do you find?
No, I'm not saying American or Lithuanian fans are more knowledgeable. The knowledge is different because the rules are different, teams are playing different. I'm saying that.
Kashad and other players on the team, I mentioned bringing the same energy that you guys have at home on the road and starting the game that way, because you've had some games where you've had to come back and there's been a little energy lapses. How do you take that energy and take it on the road and have it the way you guys want it, like you do at home, in terms of the energy and output during the game?
I mean, we need to try to do it every game because it helps. If you start good, it almost automatically guarantees that you will have better game. So we need to start every game good, and I think the wins will come more easy.
So I know you've been all over Europe for basketball, but have you been, are you taking some trips around the Pac-12 and seeing part of this country that you haven't seen before? And if so, what's kind of been your impression so far?
I mean, it's my first year in USA, so everything is new to me. Like, I know environments are really interesting to see. Like, almost every arena are different.
Yeah, I know you don't have much time outside of basketball, obviously, but I just wonder if anything struck you just riding the bus or anything like that. Like, hey, this, anything.
I would say fan bases, maybe. It's interesting.
Have you had a favorite place that you've seen? Like you said, you don't have much time, but in terms of scenery or what you've seen around so far during road games?
I don't come up with one right now, maybe. After I think.
Sorry. The one thing I want to ask you was, when you guys got stuck in Washington State, I think was it Tommy said something like you guys were playing a Russian card game that you introduced the guys to? Is that true, or what was that?
Yeah.
How did that work out?
Yeah, me and Motiejus learned guys how to play one game, and we played like almost whole day, so it helped to go through the time.
What's it called?
Durak,
How do you spell that?
D-U-R-A-K.
Is finishing your first semester in school, has that helped take any of the pressure off, just balancing basketball and school with that?
Yeah, I mean, I got more used to the routine. Like, it's not that strange anymore, so it helped a lot.
You know, against Colorado and Utah, hosting them a couple months ago, you had your best offensive rebounding split between them. What allowed you to be so successful, just getting your team second chance opportunities against those two teams?
I don't know, I try every game, maybe that game went better, so I don't know, I didn't notice every, really big difference.
So I guess it sounds like you may hit a little snow this time, but when you were in Washington State, it was like super cold. Was that like no big deal for you, or I like how did it compare to home, or?
Yeah, at that time the weather was similar to Lithuania, so, but still I spent here almost half year, so it was like a little shock.
And then, so when you're here in Tucson, what's your, or did they, I don't know, did they talk about weather and stuff when you were recruiting, like, hey, if you come here, the weather's gonna be nice in the winter? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really nice right now. Like, the weather is good, so it helps to stay in better mood.
Helps to what?
To stay in better mood.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks, Motiejus.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Motiejus.